Welcome to Sex Ed with DB. I'm your host, Danielle Bezalel. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the podcast. If you love and support the work that we do, join my crew on Patreon to win amazing prizes like our adorable merch, exclusive behind-the-scenes content, private sessions with yours truly, and incredible sex toys. Go to patreon.com/sexedwithdb to join my crew. Get discounts at all of my favorite brands at sexedwithdb.com. And follow us on Instagram at sexedwithdbpodcast and on TikTok at sexedwithdb. If you want to partner with us, email us at sexedwithdb@gmail.com. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another More Sex Ed episode. I am very, very excited to be here with you right now, especially when we're talking about something as important as crisis pregnancy centers. For those of you who don't know what a crisis pregnancy center is, we're going to go over that. We're going to go over why it's really important to understand what they do and how sneaky they are. And we're also going to talk about how to fight back against them and really talk about what exactly is going on here. And so if you've never heard of a crisis pregnancy center, let me tell you what that is first and foremost, so you're in on the knowledge. So a crisis pregnancy center is also known as a CPC. So if you hear me using that acronym during this episode, know that that's what that is. They are essentially counseling centers that are designed really to talk people with unplanned pregnancies out of having abortions. And CPCs really often try to draw people in by offering a lot of things. They say, oh, come in, we'll give you these free services. We have ultrasounds or diapers. But despite appearances, CPCs are not, please pay attention to the word not, licensed medical facilities. And they frequently do not have any licensed medical providers on staff. In fact, many CPCs are run by anti-choice or religious organizations. And so how do CPCs deceive people seeking abortions? What does that really look like? And CPCs use these purposely, misleading advertising online and on billboards to really imply that they provide abortions. They often target young people and other vulnerable groups like BIPOC and low-income people. And many CPCs, wildly enough, are purposefully located right next door to actual abortion clinics to confuse people. A truly evil tactic. CPCs also pay for advertising on search engines so that results for abortion clinic in my city, if you Google that, directs people seeking abortions to their fake clinics. So they put a lot of ad dollars behind that to make sure that they come up in the search results like at the top so that they can confuse people and get them in the door and try to convince them to not have an abortion. How do they spread misinformation? So the Guttmacher Institute has found that around 87% of CPCs provide false or misleading medical information, including myths that abortion increases the risk of breast cancer, which it does not, negatively impacts future fertility, which it does not, or will cause long-term mental health problems, which is not true. None of these myths are true. They also lie about how far along a pregnancy is to mislead someone about their options. So if someone comes in and they are, essentially 10 weeks pregnant, and the CPC could say something like, oh, you're only 6 weeks pregnant, in order to make sure that they stall someone in order for them to really access their full range of abortion options. So that is a true way that they trick people. They also seek to stall appointments until it's too late for pregnant people to seek an abortion at a real medical clinic. How can you tell the difference between a CPC and a real clinic? This is crucial. CPCs are purposefully evasive when asked if they provide abortions. So real clinics will be honest with callers or people who come in about the services that they provide, they'll say, we provide abortions here. In addition, CPCs have an agenda and rely on scare tactics. So they provide visitors with biased materials designed to dissuade people from having an abortion. And real clinics will not try to persuade people to choose one pregnancy outcome over another. They'll explain all their options and then do what the patient wants. Why the hell isn't this illegal? You might be wondering. Feels illegal, but because CPCs are not licensed medical facilities, the laws which prohibit doctors and providers from lying to their patients do not fucking apply to them. And in addition to that, in 2018, the Supreme Court ruled that efforts to require CPCs to post notices that they're not medical clinics violated their First Amendment rights. So, and even worse, actually, many CPCs receive taxpayer funding from the government. You can look this all up. This is all researched that we have found in our research. This is really messed up, you might be thinking. What can I do to basically fight back against CPCs? Because people deserve to get medically accurate information about their pregnancy options, and they don't deserve to be deceived from people who have an agenda to stop them from having an abortion. And so what you can do is join the movement to hashtag expose fake clinics. Check that out on your social media, hashtag expose fake clinics, and just see what people, experts in the field, are doing who have been fighting against these for a very long time. You can share information about CPCs and their deception with your networks. Share this episode to really get people to learn more about what a CPC is so that they can fight back too. And if you come across a CPC that's pretending to be an abortion clinic, you can leave an online review that makes it clear that they do not provide abortion. So the Google reviews, the Yelp reviews, 1 star, make it very bold in big letters. They do not provide abortions here. One last thing you can do is join in on advocacy campaigns that are lobbying the government. Taxpayer money for CPCs comes out of federal funding for abstinence-only education, abstinence-only sex education. So other kinds of sources and additional information, again, you can go to exposefakeclinics.com, actually. Check out their website. You can check out the Guttmacher Institute, Guttmacher, and learn more. And follow the hashtags expose fake clinics and hashtag end the lies, ENDTHELIES. Thank you so much for learning. I hope you're as enraged as I am about this, and I can't wait to talk to you next week. Okay, bye. Our creator, host, and executive producer is me, Danielle Bezalel, aka DB. Our co-producer and communications lead is Cathren Cohen. Our social media intern is Sarah Kelly. Our music theme is by Hook Sounds. Thank you so much to our featured guests, partners, and our listeners. Want to advertise with us? Email us at sexedwithdb@gmail.com. For more sex ed content, follow us on IG at sexedwithdbpodcast and on TikTok at sexedwithdb. See you next time.